Bonjour, Émilie Talpin, OM System Ambassador in the US. Welcome back to the channel. Today, for this video, we are talking about not stressing our camera mount. So, let's get started. A few videos ago, Deb asked me in the comments, how do you secure a strap to your lens? That's a great question. I thought I would answer that and show you how I do it. But first, we need to understand why we are strapping our lens instead of our camera body. First of all, this here, right here, your sensor is right here, and that's your camera mount. Here, there is the pin, the connection between your lens and your camera. So all this area is very sensitive. I'm going to cover it because I don't want anything to go inside the sensor. You also have to be mindful of this. But this whole area is very sensitive. You don't want to put too much pressure on it. And so if I go out and I'm doing some macro with this teeny tiny lens, well, that's easy, right? This is so small. This is so light. I'm not going to put any pressure on my mount if I mount this lens to my camera, and I'm going to do it right here. So first of all, you have the little red dot here, red dot here. So you need to make sure that they line up, and then click. You hear the click. This is secure. Now I am using those little Peak Design anchors, and they help me to hook up my leash or my strap very fast. So here I have a Peak Design leash, and so this is the system. Here you hook that up to your anchor. So right here you're gonna hear a click. Did you see how fast that was? I mean, and once you know how to do this, you can do it like with your eyes closed. So again, you put it here and then secure, and then to release you press on it down and then slides down, and here it is. So when I do macro photography, that's what I use. I use a strap on my camera. That's the OM5 and the 30mm macro. Pretty simple. But if I go out and I use my 150-400, if I'm doing wildlife photography, then this is not an option. I am not using those anchors on my camera. Why? Because when I'm going to carry it, I'm going to put a lot of pressure here on that mount. And remember, you do not want to put pressure on your mount because you can damage your camera. So what you need to do is you need to strap your lens, your telephoto lens. And here, your telephoto lens, they know that you need to strap your lens instead of your camera. So you have those two little places where you can actually add anchors, Peak Design anchors. And I'm going to show you how to do this. First of all, this is the Peak Design anchor, right? It's pretty straightforward, just a little round, and then you have some very extremely solid string. What I love is how rugged, solid it is. Never had an issue. I think I've been using this for 4 years, and in the past 4 years I only replaced one of them. You know that they are not good anymore when you have a little red line that is showing. Here you can see it's completely dark. There is zero problem. So you take that anchor, you're gonna take your lens right here, and you're gonna pass it through, and then here, right here, you just open it and you're gonna put the red circle through, and here we go. You tied it. It's not gonna go anywhere. And now you can add your leash to your lens. Very easy. I can actually do it without even looking, taking it out and putting it in. Super simple. And if I need to do macro photography, then I can just change it. You know, I'm gonna put it right here on my camera and change my lens. But right now, this is my big telephoto lens. Don't want any pressure on that mount, so I'm keeping my leash on my lens. Now you can tell that this leash is actually bigger, and it's not called a leash. Peak Design called that a camera strap, and it's a slide. So because you can slide it here and then you can shorten it or make it longer. And here, that's the leash, and you can tell that the leash is way smaller than the strap. So when I use my camera body, this is what I use with very small lenses, but when I have bigger lenses, then I'm gonna use the leash. Honestly, when I carry my lens, I usually have it like this in my hands, or I don't put all the weight on my shoulder, but from time to time this will take the weight, so that's why I have something that is bigger. But most of the time this lens is gonna be clipped to my side. If you are interested, this is my setup right here. I made a video that explains how light and simple I go when I carry a big lens, because I want my lens to be out. I want to be able to photograph. I don't want it in a bag. It needs to be out, so when I walk, I carry it usually with my hands, or I put it on my shoulder. The shoulder strap is really more like a security. If I drop it, then it's gonna stay there. Or if it falls from the clip for some weird reason, I don't see how it would happen, but just in case, then I have that extra security with the strap. And you can see that all my telephoto lens, all the big one, they all have those little anchors. They're already there. It's not gonna move anywhere. So I bought quite a few of them, and its place is exactly the same principle as the 150 400. So that's the 150 600. It's a heavier lens, so very important that you carry it the right way. Attach those little anchors to the 150 600. So you see, it's pretty simple, and honestly those Peak Design anchors are so good. I really love them. I use them. They're on all my cameras, and I like that they are red here so you can see them better. It's not completely dark, so if you are in lower light situation, then that will pop a little bit better than just a black anchor. So I highly recommend them. I'm not affiliated in any way with Peak Design. I just really like their product. I think they're doing a great job with those anchors and with the straps, so that is what I'm using. I thought that for this week that could be a good discussion. How you're carrying your camera? Do you pay attention? Are you making sure that when you're using a telephoto lens, you are strapping your lens and not your camera? Let me know in the comments. And thank you, Deb, for these questions. If you have any other question, things you want to know, let me know in the comments so I can do a video for you in the coming weeks or month. And until then, happy shooting. Au revoir.